Alright guys, so in this video we're going to be talking about big three upgrades. When you upsize your alternator, the factory wire for the battery post is not going to be big enough to handle the additional current. So you need to upsize that wire. So I have a 320 amp JS alternator. Coming off the battery stud, I have two 0 gauge wires. One runs directly to this battery, the other runs directly to that battery. From there, we move to the ground side. The ground side, I left the factory ground off this battery. It's a 4 gauge wire, runs to the engine block, and then there's a little 8 gauge wire that runs somewhere else. I added a 0 gauge ground directly to the frame rail off of this battery, and then off of that battery I added a 0 gauge ground to the body of the vehicle, and then I added a 0 gauge ground directly to the opposite side of the engine block. Now, what you're trying to do when you do this is increase capacity on the power side and decrease resistance on the return side, or the negative side. So we've got 0 gauge wire off the power, so we've got plenty of capacity to carry all the current this alternator is going to give us. So once that power goes out, it's ultimately got to come back.